Hello guys, so today I'm going to be filming a pretty highly requested video. I'm actually quite surprised at how many people really wanted me to film this video, so I've got you guys covered. I'm going to be showing you guys, I have 13 fragrances here, but I'm just going to call it top 10 because top 10 just sounds better anyways. So I'm going to be showing you guys my top 10 unisex fragrances. I feel like unisex fragrances are a little bit more personal because everyone's going to have a very different opinion of what is unisex, but in my eyes, these are unisex fragrances. They would work perfectly on a man or a woman. They kind of sit perfectly in between. So I'm going to be showing you guys that today. So I don't want to talk too much. Let's jump into the list. Like I said, I have 13 fragrances here. So coming in at my number 13 is a fragrance that some of you men that are watching are going to be really shocked, and I'm sure a lot of you men that are watching are not going to want to try this. But trust me, just trust me on this one. This is from Chanel and it is Chance Eau Fraiche. Now, I wouldn't recommend the Chance Eau Tendre, that's very feminine, or the Eau Vive, but the Eau Fraiche, in my opinion, is perfectly unisex. I've been wearing this one a lot at the moment and I love wearing Chance Eau Fraiche to the gym. And whenever I'm wearing it, I almost feel like I've put on like Acqua di Gio. I'm not gonna say it smells like some extreme masculine cologne, but it does, to me, smell very, very unisex. So how does Chance Eau Fraiche smell? It's very, it's so good. It's like a citrus woody scent. It's lemon and cedarwood, but it's very, very like a zesty lemon with some cedarwood in the background. But I think, in my opinion, guys, go and give it a try. I really don't think that this one is like feminine. I think it's just a perfectly beautiful kind of citrusy, woody sort of scent that is amazing for the spring and summer months. So don't let the packaging and the marketing and all of that fool you. This one, to me, I could imagine it smelling incredible on a guy. So Chance Eau Fraiche is my number 13. So coming in at my number 12 is probably, again, one that a lot of men would probably steer away from. I do know a few men that wear it, but I feel like you guys should all give it a try, and it is Christian Dior's Gris Dior. This was Gris Montaigne, but now it's called Gris Dior, and I love this one so much. This is my signature scent, and to me it doesn't really smell overly feminine or anything like that. It is a rose, patchouli and oak moss scent, but the rose, I know, don't worry if you're a man again and you're watching this and you're like, Rose, no thank you. This doesn't smell overly feminine. Let me just say that. It doesn't smell like a feminine rose like in Delina from Parfums de Marly. Delina is very feminine to me. The rose in there is very like sweet and feminine and pretty, whereas this is more of just like a straight kind of professional rose, patchouli, oak moss kind of scent, if that makes any sense. But I absolutely love this. To me, this is perfect all year round, and it definitely shines a little bit more in like the spring summer months. So Gris Dior from Christian Dior, definitely unisex to me, like definitely. I would say, I know a lot of men wear La Colle Noire from this line, but to me, La Colle Noire does actually smell more feminine. Like it smells way more feminine to me, but Gris Dior definitely could be unisex and smell great on a man as well. So definitely check that one out if that appeals to you. I absolutely love this fragrance. I remember hauling it a while ago and I basically talked up this fragrance so much, and I still absolutely love it. And this is from Initio, and this is Rehab. Now this again is like a perfectly unisex scent, and it is so sexy, you guys. There is something going on in this fragrance that is just so incredibly addictive. It smells so good, like I can't even explain it to you. I've seen a lot of comparisons with Viktor and Rolf's Spice Bomb, and I agree that they are kind of similar, but this is way more refined. Like you can just smell the quality and the blend of this fragrance, in my personal opinion. In my personal opinion. So yeah, this is like a date. This is like a intimate, I would want to smell this on a guy if we were like cuddling or like on a date, if you know what I'm saying. Like this would be an addictive scent that I would keep going back to, keep like nuzzling my nose in. So if you don't know how it smells, it's like vanilla, tobacco, lavender, bergamot, but it's very it's very like smooth. There is like a really smooth like sexiness to this fragrance that it just drives me a little bit crazy, I'm not gonna lie. So Initio Parfums Rehab. The reason I put it further back, like to the back of my list, is because it's very, very expensive. So I guess some people probably wouldn't see the like kind of like worth buying it if it smells like Victor and Rolf Spice Bomb, but to me it's better. It's better than Spice Bomb. It just smells so good. So Initio Parfums Rehab, definitely check it out. If you like Spice Bomb, you'll definitely like that one. Coming in at number 10 is a fragrance that I have spoken about a few times on my channel, and I just love it so much. And again, it's perfectly unisex to me. I think it smells as good on both people. So this is from Lalique, and this is their private line, and this is Fleur Universal. And if you like, oh my god, it smells so good. If you like boozy fragrances, this is for you, but it's not an overly boozy scent, and I feel like that's what makes it more like sit in the middle of like unisex, because it's not too boozy or too masculine or too stinky like, you know, John Barbados Dark Rebel. It doesn't smell like that. This is boozy with some like edible kind of quality to it. It kind of smells like rum and raisin ice cream. There's cinnamon. It's got like this rum note. It is just so sexy and so delicious. Like there is a really, like I said, kind of gourmandy sort of quality without being too sweet. So it's like boozy meets gourmand without being too sweet and too like thick and heavy. It's just amazing. There's a spice, there's a sweetness. Fleur Universal from Lalique, definitely check it out if that appeals to you. This line from Lalique is amazing. Like there is so many good fragrances, especially from the private line. Lalique is a great house in general, but the private line definitely impressed me a lot. My number 9 is a fragrance that I feel is very controversial. I feel like some men would be like, no, I'm not gonna wear that, that's for women, no. But to me, this fragrance is totally unisex. In fact, I actually think that it smells better on men for some reason, and I think it's because it takes a certain type of person to pull this fragrance off because it's so strong. It's got a very potent kind of scent to it. Tom Ford Black Orchid. I have the Eau de Toilette version here. Black Orchid is amazing, and it's definitely unisex to me. I know more women wear this over men, but to me it is totally unisex in between. So if you don't know how Black Orchid smells, I'm sure that you do. Go and give it a sniff, spray it on your skin, see if you like it or not. This will definitely split opinions because it's a very, like I said, it's very potent. It's a very chaotic kind of scent. Like there's floral mixed with like chocolate mixed with fruit. It's just like this very like mix of notes that is just very weird, but it's masterpiece. Like it really is a masterpiece fragrance. It's like sweet and earthy and a bit inky as well. It's just a very unique scent, but it's definitely unisex. So go and test it out. You may love it, you may hate it, but it's definitely unisex to me. So that is Tom Ford's Black Orchid. Moving on to my number 8. This is a more recent fragrance to my collection, and again, totally unisex, smells incredible on both people. It is from Van Cleef Arpels, and it is called Bois d'Or. Now, I haven't really heard anybody talk about this scent, and I don't know why, because I think that it is so good. This is, oh my god, this is so yummy. Like this is like a borderline gourmand, and when I say borderline, I mean it is a gourmand, but it's not overly sweet. A lot of gourmands obviously are, you know, they're supposed to be very sweet and edible and stuff like that. This is still a gourmand, but it's not too sweet, and I think that that's what makes it kind of a little bit more unisex. So if you don't know how this smells, to me this is quite similar to Tom Ford's Fucking Fabulous. This, on the other hand, is way more affordable, and it smells quite similar to Tom Ford. The difference is that Tom Ford Fucking Fabulous has a very like kind of prominent leather note in the dry down. It also has a bit of an aromaticness when you first spray it on. It's just a little bit more complex of a scent. Bois d'Or is similar. It's just kind of Tom Ford but like stripped back, if you know what I'm saying. So this has vanilla and almond and tonka bean, like a beautiful smooth creamy tonka bean in here, and it's just gorgeous. But like I said, this one just is a little bit more like, it's not as as complex as Tom Ford fucking Fabulous, but it's still incredible and I highly recommend it. I feel like men would love this one. If you want to try out gourmands, you want to start going into the gourmand category, you don't want to smell too sweet and too headachy, this is perfect. So White Oil from Van Cleef and Arpels, definitely get on it if you haven't heard about it. I think it's a great fragrance. Number 7 is a very popular fragrance in the fragrance community. This is from Serge Lutens and this is Chergui. The oh so famous Chergui. I feel like this is one of the most popular from the house of Serge Lutens, and this is, oh yes, I love it so much. Every time I smell it, I absolutely love this one, and I want to actually wear this way more because I think it's an incredible scent. This is a tobacco and honey kind of fragrance, but it doesn't smell, again, it's not too sweet from the honey, it's not too gourmand or anything like that. It does have a powderiness to this fragrance, so if you don't like powdery fragrances, you probably won't like this, but it is just stunning. Like Chergui to me is, it almost made it to my masterpiece video because I really do think that this is like a fantastic 5 out of 5 fragrance. The reason I feel like as well that this is like perfectly unisex is because the tobacco note in this fragrance is not a masculine tobacco. It doesn't smell like burning tobacco or like a smoky tobacco. It's more of like kind of like a fresh tobacco, like a dry, kind of dry fresh tobacco, if that makes any sense, with the honey and then the other kind of stuff going on. But it's just a great fragrance, and to me it's absolutely unisex. So Serge Lutens Chergui, definitely check it out if you don't know it. It is a fantastic fragrance. And number 6, I have talked about time after time after time after time, so I'm not going to go into it too much, but this is from Christian Dior's private line and it is Ambre Nuit, and this is a masterpiece. I love this fragrance so much. To me, this one is totally unisex. I have said it before, I like this one on a man a little bit more, but I still wear it sometimes and I absolutely love it. It's just one of the best fragrances that I've smelled. It's got a little bit of like a Coca-Cola vibe going on, but not syrupy or not too sweet or nothing like that. It's a very sparkling kind of fragrance, and that's definitely the word that I would use to describe this fragrance, is sparkling. It's got like a freshness from the bergamot, it's got a bit of a spice from the pink pepper, and it's got ambergris in here as well, like real ambergris. And there is rose, but I don't smell the rose at all, to be honest. Like it's very much in the background to me personally. I get more of like that Coca-Cola amber sort of scent, but it's beautiful, it's amazing, it's a masterpiece, and it's definitely unisex, so you could share this one with your partner, and yeah, definitely. My top 5 was pretty hard, but I'm gonna open it with a Nasomato. Now, this to me is the best unisex Nasomato. It is just such an incredible fragrance. Like, this fragrance is just, it's just incredible. This is Butter Onda from Nasomato. Now, this is the best, hands down, the best boozy fragrance that I've smelled in my life. It actually makes my mouth water when I smell it. Yeah, it's just so goddamn good. This is whiskey and cognac, and it's got a bit of like this bitterness to it. Like there's a bite to this fragrance, like a real bite. Like when you have a first sip of alcohol, there's like a real kind of bite to it, and it's just insanely good. Best boozy fragrance that I've smelled. It's got, you know, the booziness, the woodiness, like the oak, and it's also got like I said, that bitter kind of bite to it. And there is rose in here, but I don't smell the rose at all. I don't know about you guys if you own this, but I don't smell the rose in here whatsoever. It's more the booziness, a bit of a sweetness. It's just so good. So Nasomato Butter Onda, definitely check it out if you like boozy fragrances. This is a must-have. If you like your boozy scents, this is a must-have. I absolutely adore this fragrance, and I have actually seen some people say that this is more masculine, but I don't get that. I don't get that at all. To me, this is totally unisex, so I guess it could divide opinions. This is from Parfums de Marly, and it is Eau et Jaune, and my lord, is this fragrance incredible. This is perfect for the holiday season, because this is an apple cinnamon pie in a bottle. There is no other way that I can describe this. Apple cinnamon pie in a bottle. If that appeals to you, get this fragrance. There's honey and cinnamon and tonka bean, but guys, just scratch all that. To me, it literally smells like An apple cinnamon pastry in a bottle, so good. I'm gonna be wearing this one in the holiday season. Like, to me, this screams holidays. Like, that's just what it just screams the holidays. So Parfums de Marly Eau et Jaune, if you want to smell like apple cinnamon pie, this is the fragrance for you. My number 3 is again a love or hate fragrance. I feel like some people love and appreciate this scent and just love it so much, and other people hate it, and I am on the bandwagon. I absolutely adore this fragrance, and it is Molecule 01 from Eccentric Molecules. And what can I say? Just go and try it. Like, it's a very hard fragrance to describe. It just is so weird, but it's so wonderful. So to me, it kind of just smells like, it smells like a clean white shirt. Like, that's just what it smells like to me. I've seen some people say it smells like celery. I kind of see that a little bit, just a little bit. If it does kind of have this weird celery vibe, but to me personally, it smells like balsa wood, like, you know, that light kind of wood. Yeah, it smells like balsa wood to me. And it also kind of, like I said, represents like a white shirt. It's very clean, it's very cold. It's just an incredible scent to me personally. Like, I know again that some people love it and some people hate it, but I absolutely love it, and it smells equally as good on men and women. It's just a very kind of basic sort of scent. It's a big compliment getter as well. Like, if you want people to notice your fragrance and you want people to compliment you, Molecule 01 is definitely where to go. Molecule 01 from Eccentric Molecules, definitely unisex, smells great on everyone, and I love it. My number 2 unisex scent is from the Tom Ford Private Blend, and it is Tobacco Vanille from Tom Ford. Now, oh my god, this scent just makes my eyes roll back in my head. This is so, so good. If you haven't smelt Tobacco Vanille, please go and do it. If you're a man or a woman, go and smell this fragrance, go and test it out. Oh, it's so good. It's cloves, it's vanilla, it's spicy, it's sweet. I definitely get cacao in this fragrance, like a milky cacao powder. I feel like nobody really talks about that. I said that before, but I personally get like this, oh my god, so delicious, like a milky, chocolatey cacao powder in the background of a spiced and sweet and tobacco. It's just, it's so good, guys. To me, it's like date night, fall, winter, Christmas, like it's just so, so good. So Tobacco Vanille from Tom Ford, definitely check it out. My number 1, like I said, is compared to Tobacco Vanille quite a lot. And to me, they don't smell similar whatsoever. In fact, they couldn't be more different. They both feature the same note, but they're very, very different scents. This is from Parfums de Marly, and this fragrance is Herod. And ladies, if you are watching this video, this fragrance is marketed towards men, but do not let that stop you. Do not let that stop you from giving this a try. I put this as my number 1 because to me, this is the ultimate unisex fragrance. You can wear it and your man can wear it and everybody can wear it, and it smells absolutely phenomenal. Now this, if I had to pick from Tobacco Vanille or Herod, oh my god, I think I have to go with Herod because this is sweet. Like, to me, Herod is like a gourmand. Like, it's almost going into like full gourmand territory on my skin. I've said this before, but this scent smells identical to Redskins, which are a lolly here in Australia. If you're in Australia, you know exactly what I'm talking about if you grew up here, but if you're in the US, I don't know if you know what that is, but it's a lolly, and this smells identical to it, like literally the exact same. But Herod, it's like a vanilla tobacco scent, but oh my god, is it good. This one is more like syrupy than Tobacco Vanille. It's more sweeter, it's more like sticky, whereas Tobacco Vanille has a lot more spice, a little bit like of a dryness to it, whereas, like I said, Herod is more syrupy, it's more gourmand. It's just incredible. So if that appeals to you women out there, don't let that steer you away from trying it just because it's marketed towards men. It's quite a masculine bottle, but this is incredible, and I've already got so many compliments while wearing it. So Herod from Parfums de Marly is my number 1 unisex scent. I think it is totally unisex, and it's totally 5 out of 5. So yes, that was it, you guys. They were 13 unisex fragrances in my opinion. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed the list. It was very highly requested actually, which was a surprise to me. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please leave all your video requests down below. I will link everything down below for you guys, and yeah, I will talk to you soon. Bye guys.